Good morning everyone. Welcome back to Krishna Kumar Everyday English. Today I am going to teach you the topic called transitive and intransitive verbs. In this topic I am going to explain the definition of transitive and intransitive verbs and the examples for it, and by the end of this video you will come to know what are transitive verbs and intransitive verbs. Let's come to the point and know what the transitive verb definition. Let us see the first one here. A verb that requires an object after them to express their meaning correctly is called a transitive verb. A transitive verb requires an object. So we have to know what the verb first. Already we know what are parts of speech. In parts of speech, the verb is one of the parts of speech. Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, interjection. So it is one of the parts of speech. Verb does an action. Verb is an action word. Verb denotes event state of a being. So here we are going to learn about the verbs which does an action. Now let us see the definition clearly. A verb that requires an object after them. ఒక వర్బ్ ఉంటే ఆ వర్బ్ తర్వాత ఒక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఉంటే దాన్ని ట్రాన్సిటివ్ వర్బ్ అని అంటాము. రిక్వైర్స్ an object after them to express their meaning correctly is called a transitive verb. Here a verb requires an object after them to receive an action. So every sentence will have a verb. Without verb there can't be any sentence. So with that, verb after some sentences will have object. If there is an object after the verb, and we have to say that verb as a transitive verb. If there is no object after the verb, that is intransitive verb. So now we will see here one example and we will be able to understand more clearly. Now here see example 1. He gave me a gift. In this example, he is the subject. The word he is the subject. Gave is the verb. I am writing here. Me a gift is object, I say. So before we confirm this as object, we have to know how we come to know this as object. We will see here. So to find out whether the given word or words are the object, we have to ask two questions, I said. Here previously in our previous video we learned to find object in a sentence. We ask two questions. Oka sentence lo ఒక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఉన్నదా లేదా అని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయడానికి మనం టూ క్వశ్చన్స్ అడగాలని చెప్పినాము. సో హియర్ వాట్ WHAT అనే క్వశ్చన్ని బిఫోర్ ద సబ్జెక్ట్ మనం ఇలా పెట్టి మనం క్వశ్చన్ని ఫ్రేమ్ చేస్తే, ఇప్పుడు అందులో ఈ క్వశ్చన్కి ఒకవేళ మనం ఆన్సర్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తే అప్పుడు ఆ సెంటెన్స్లో మనకు ఆన్సర్ని మనం ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అంటాం. నౌ వి విల్ సీ హియర్. లెట్ us ask the question and know whether there is an object or not in this given example. What he gave me a gift. Here if you find answer in the given sentence, in the given example, and that is direct object. After asking what, and if you find answer, and that is called direct object. Now let us also ask another question here. Whom or for whom we will ask here. And whom he gave a gift? Me. So me is the answer here. In the object we find some answer here in the example, that is indirect object. So here every sentence will have subject and verb, but some sentences will have object as direct object and indirect object. All the sentences may not have object, but in this example we find direct object and indirect object. So after we ask these two questions, we find direct object and indirect object. So here direct object is here, this is a gift here, and here indirect object here, this is the pronoun here, and persons indirect object. In indirect objects we will have persons. Are you getting my point? Now here let us see. So whether all sentences are having object or not, we will see one more example and find out here whether there is an object or not in the given sentence here. Second example, rain fell yesterday. In this example, rain is the subject, so the beginning of the word, the beginning of the sentence is the subject. So subject is the doer of the action. It is doing some action, and fell is the action word. So this is verb. Action word is a verb. And now, so verb after we usually think there is object. మనకు ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఒక ఆలోచన ఉంటుంది. సబ్జెక్ట్, డూయర్ ఆఫ్ ద యాక్షన్, బిగినింగ్ ఉంటుంది. సబ్జెక్ట్ తర్వాత వర్బ్ ఉంటాయి. వర్బ్ తర్వాత ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఉంటుందని మన ఫీలింగ్ కదా, మనకు మామూలుగా అలానే మనం అజ్యూమ్ చేస్తాం. బట్ హియర్ ఆల్ ద వర్డ్స్ ఆర్ వర్డ్ ఆఫ్టర్ ద verb is not object. Now we will ask questions here and find whether there is an object or not here. Now we will keep the same question word what rain fell. Is there an answer? No answer. For whom rain fell? Is there an answer? Action is not done on anyone. Action is the rain is doing the action, and this is the action word fell, but on whom that rain fell? So is there any action here? No one is receiving action. Here we see he gave me a gift. Here this person is the person who is doing the action. This person is the one who is receiving the action. He gave me a gift. One person is giving. He is giving a gift to him. So here the receiver is there and the doer is there. But here only the doer we find. Rain అనేది మనకు సబ్జెక్టే ఉన్నది, రియాక్షన్ చేసే వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు, కానీ ద రిసీవర్ ఈజ్ నాట్ దేర్. దట్ మీన్స్ దెర్ ఈజ్ నో ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఇన్ ద గివెన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. ఐ గెట్ మై పాయింట్. సో సమ్ సెంటెన్సెస్ విల్ నాట్ హ్యావ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్. దో దేర్ మే బీ సమ్ వర్డ్స్ ఇన్ ద సెంటెన్స్, we don't consider all those words as object in the sentence. Are you getting my point? Okay, now we will see here second one here, intransitive verb definition. A verb that doesn't require an object after them to express their meaning correctly is called intransitive verb. Here it doesn't require an object. So here we say it requires an object. So mainly we have to see intransitive verbs. Transitive and intransitive means what? Transitive means transfer. Action is transferring on someone or something. But here doesn't transfer. Action is not transferred on anyone or anything. It doesn't require an object to express their meaning correctly. ఒక సెంటెన్స్ కంప్లీట్ మీనింగ్ ఇవ్వటానికి మనకు అందులో ఒక వర్బ్కి యాక్షన్ కంప్లీట్ కావడానికి ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అవసరం లేకుండానే ఆ సెంటెన్స్ కంప్లీట్ మీనింగ్ ఇస్తున్నది. ఇఫ్ ఎనీ సెంటెన్స్ ఈస్ గివింగ్ కంప్లీట్ మీనింగ్ బై ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ వితౌట్ అన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్, దోస్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ intransitive verbs. Now here we have to concentrate on verbs. We have to underline that verb, and the given underlined verb is a transitive verb or intransitive verb. We have to find. So here to find the verb as intransitive or transitive, we have to ask questions based on the object. We can find the verb is transitive or intransitive. Here see, first example, she slept. ఆమె నిద్రపోయింది అంటే కంప్లీట్ మీనింగ్ ఉన్నది, ఆమె నిద్రపోయింది. సో ఇట్ స్టాండ్స్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్. దెర్ ఈజ్ నో ఆబ్జెక్ట్, దెర్ ఈజ్ నో రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ అన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్. వీ కెన్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ద సెంటెన్స్ ప్రాపర్లీ. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎండింగ్ విత్ a full stop, completed. It is giving, it doesn't require an object after them to express their meaning correctly is called intransitive verb. So here subject, this is a subject and this is a verb, and here it is not having any object. Even if the object is not there in this sentence, the sentence is giving complete meaning. So the verbs which are giving complete meaning even without the object are called intransitive verb. It doesn't require an object. Now we will see here, and here in this sentence whether this word is transitive or intransitive, we will see here. He went to school. in the given sentence. He is a subject, went is a verb, and to school is in the object place, that is a predicate. And we will see, and completely from here to here is a predicate, and whether this is an object or not. If we know this is as object or not, and then we can easily understand here, and this word is a transitive verb or intransitive verb. Now we will see here, and to find whether there is an object or not, what we have to ask here, and what two questions. So what is the first question here? What? So if we put a question word what here in front of this subject and ask question, and if you find answer, and we will see whether we can find answer or not. What he went, is there a meaning? No. Is there an answer for it? No. So for whom he went, is there? No, sir. For whom he went. So there is no person in the object, therefore there is no object here. And here this is intransitive verb. So intransitive verb, some words will be there even after the verb, but they are not considered as object. Object, to find object, already I said here, what or for whom questions we have to ask. Now we don't find any object in the given example. Now as I said, one example we'll see here. An old man walked slowly. In that sentence, an old man is a subject, walked is a verb, slowly, is it object?
No, sir. Because on
why it is not object? Yeah.
Because it is not satisfied with the two questions.
Yes, because it is not giving any answer for the two questions. So if I ask a question, what the old man walked?
No, sir.
No. So no answer, right? Next, for whom the old man walked? Do you find answer? No, we don't find answer. So since we don't find answers for the two questions, and we have to think that there is no object in the given sentence. Since there is no object, so the verb is intransitive verb. So in that way we can find here transitive and intransitive verbs. Now here in page number 73 of our textbook Oxford New Pathways, and you can find examples